And welcome back to Let's Play Fire Emblem Radiant Dawn with me, Roy. In the last episode, we found out who was causing all this rebellion-ish type stuff going on, and I'm probably going to sneeze again in the next 5 seconds. But who knows, maybe not. So Lucia shows up and talks to Lethe with a few of the Lagoos. They thought the guests might enjoy the fine fruits the region is known for. And he agrees. He kind of flirts with her too, which is very strange. Kind of creepy. That night, so what do we have here? Okay, I'm gonna work on camera views. That worked a little bit better. Okay, so Lucia gets caught. So, looks like the guards realized what we were up to. No, we are not going to watch the Fog of War tutorial. I will explain the Fog of War. I think we might have seen this once before. Basically, you're not going to be able to see anything in the dark unless your characters move into the dark or you light torches such as this one. And to do that, you just go up next to it and hit burn. Simple enough. For this part, there will be some reinforcements that show up here. So you're going to want to put Moredcai here and Lucia here. And keep Leanne there too, but I had to use her for the torch. And then whenever they get there, you can switch into your Raven / Tiger forms. Lethe, you're going to want to bring with you though. I would send Braum up here, and I know he's going to hit an enemy unit. That's right there. So we'll put Lethe right here so we can see the enemies. Very easy enough, yes? Make sure you don't use Lucia too much, because like I said, she's not going to be in the end game fight, so you don't want to waste her, or all the experience. She is a Swordmaster though, so if you need to use her, you can. Alright, first thing we're going to do is light this torch. You can also extinguish it, and the enemy might extinguish it, but I doubt that they're actually going to do that in this level. Oh, that archer got owned. And unfortunately, Lagoos can't attack. They can counterattack with their kicks, so if he does go for me, I will be able to, or if he does go for Lethe, he will be able to counter it. But no, he ran off. If you want to steal some stuff using Heather, then that's fine. I used her to attack, but you can use her to steal stuff. The torch you'll get, so that's not a problem. And she is a rogue like Soth is, except she's not as high leveled. He's got a killer lance, so you'll need to be careful. If you recall from the last chapter, I mentioned killing items have a very good chance at criticals. Why are you going for Braum? Seems like Heather would have been your better choice. Maybe because he could only attack him once, I don't know. The Archer's probably going to go for Heather. But I'm not worried about the Archer. Oh no, he ran off. Coward. Now since Lethe can't... Oh, she can now. Never mind. That being said though, I'm still going to use her to burn the torch. I know he had a Vulnerary, but I decided to just kill him. That would have been better. For a Fog of War map, this level's not very difficult. The torch will light your way a little bit more, but it's, like, you have to use it each turn if you want to keep it in effect. It's actually not that good. It's one of those items you get to sell, you know? Oh, and here we have one of my least favorite weapons of the game. The bowgun. There's also a crossbow, which is like an enhanced version of it. These things are so stupid. It's like a level 1 warrior wields it. And in my opinion, it doesn't really take too much skill to wield a bowgun. I mean, you're just like aiming and pressing a trigger. And as long as you're not aiming it at yourself, I mean, it's not that hard. Seems like you'd be better off with, like... Because I always think something that would take the most skill to wield would be a spell of some sort. Does he have an item? He has a Vulnerary. He can keep the Vulnerary. Keep your dadgum Vulnerary. You can also keep that heaping plate of death. Don't know if I can hit this guy and do any damage. Does he have anything I can take from him? He does not. That actually does some damage though, and I doubt he's going to hit me. Oh, she got a critical. I mean, it's not going to kill him, but it's still pretty cool. As you can see, Moredcai's maxed out, and Lucia is close. Yeah, here are your reinforcements. Whenever you see, like, a couple of these guys, the Lance Generals, you know you're getting close. There's a few Lance Generals. There's, like, one here, and then the boss is right there on that corner. Don't be fooled. Moredcai looks good right now, but that's just because that mage is fairly weak. He can easily be doubled, unfortunately. I figured if I attacked him twice, it would have done 6 damage, and Braum wouldn't have had to waste a power point usage on the Iron Axe. Even though the Iron Axe isn't fantastic or anything. You can use ranged weapons against all of the Lance Generals at the end, because I don't think any of them have, or either one, I'm sorry, there's only 2. I don't think that they have a projectile, and now I know they don't. So you can just spam this if you want. You don't have to, but you can. And then there's your boss right there, that Wind Sage. I believe he's a Sage. He might be just a high-level mage or a low-level Sage. Okay, there's no more reinforcements, so let's just take out this guy real fast. You don't have to send over those 3 to complete the boss. I've never had any problem without using those 3, so don't worry about that. You can burn this torch if you want, make it a little bit easier. I don't know if it's going to help a lot. Just make sure you get your players healed up before you go after the actual boss. You can go after these guys just fine, though. Alright, so there's one of them. Increases resistance. Her resistance must be maxed out. Let's see. Yeah, her resistance is maxed out. Okay. What about Brahms? Yeah, his isn't. Since any type of general, really, not just Lance, but Axe, Lance, and Sword generals all typically have really bad resistance. Give it to him, because he will be taking on a few mages later on. Okay, that guy just had a steel sword, so I can't steal anything from him. The boss right here, though, does have something that you can steal from him, and you won't get it after you beat him. You have to steal it from him, and it's actually a very good item, so make sure you take it away from him. I'm sure most of you probably thinking I'm taking way longer than I should, but I do like to play it safe. Let's face it, when we're not doing walkthroughs, we tend to be a lot more reckless. For those of you that do walkthroughs, you know that you tend to be more reckless. For the record, I would like to point out, because I know I had somebody ask me this before while they were watching, they said, how come Nephany did more damage to that guy than she did the first guy who we only did 5 to? It's because of the weapon triangle. Don't forget that lances are better than swords, and a javelin is a type of lance. Alright, now, before we actually steal that weapon... Yeah, I don't care. Okay, before we steal that weapon, let me just check something. Okay, that's going to be 26. That will leave him with 9. And that will do 22. And the hits on it are 90 and 94, so they are probably going to hit. Just making sure. So, take away his secret book. We're going to want to try to finish him off with Nephany. They act like they're merely lost their way. It's pretty funny. I only expect him to last 1 turn, so that's not a problem. Oh, critical! For a Fog of War map, it's actually one I do enjoy. It's actually a pretty cool map. So that's it for that map. So now they know that he's definitely a rebel. Ludwig must have realized what was going on. So he authorizes the knights to use force. Or she does. I don't know why I said he. So they don't know where Ike is. Leanne is learning regular language. The herons can peer into the heart, so she knows that Alencia is troubled. She's upset. I can't do it anymore. Sure you can, Alencia, because you're awesome. Alright guys, I'll see you next time.